Okay, welcome everyone. It's Erik Malkavian. I'm playing a brand new game, Neptune game. It's called Biosynth Rising. It's a Cyberpunk turn-based tactical RPG. Just discovered this on Twitter, X.com, whatever, Twitter. Using the search option of hashtag Cyberpunk, hashtag RPG. So I encourage the developers to be sure that they post to subreddits like Cyberpunk, RPG underscore gamers, PC gaming, turn-based strategy, which is r/TBS, r to the gaming subreddit. Very important. That's where all the people are at that play games. Really, honestly. Right. So, let's check this out. Not sure what the classes are. Looks like a hacker. That's your hero class. We got surgeon. We have bounty hunter. Okay. We love her gun. And plus we have a hacker. Okay. Well. This is a demo. So you have these limited available classes. There's a lot more that they plan on adding, which is awesome, including machinists and technologists, I believe it was. There's a whole bunch. If you go to Twitter / X and look up Biosynth Rising, also NeptuneGames.net, I believe it is, or .com. You can look up the game itself. I'll put the information in my description. Alright, so. Don't know. Let's go back. Alright, we gotta test my gameplay. put them out in this case. Knock them out. Big brain. So these to improve your allies so they're fast for the different types of effects in the surgeon path. Let's just go with the basic bounty hunter. Choose your name. Well, it's a woman, so Elena. All right, Elena. Agility is related to your action point. You get 1 action point per agility. So I have 16 action points necessary to perform actions during turn-based. So, you know, if you play turn-based games, action points are related to certain abilities you may use during a turn. Some cost more than others, like reloading. It costs a certain number, and etc. etc. So, she has 3. 3 is the minimum. To attack, you need at least 3 action points. Okay, so I have 16 available. Let's at least raise that to 6 so she can make 2 actions. Okay, this is obviously related to hit points. Okay, so we're going to need those. Probably intelligence, high initiative. Okay, chance of acting first. Focus. I presume will make you hit your target. Okay, so that's something I definitely need. Need to be able to hit targets. Agility, important. Probably not so much. It'd be good to have a good, strong constitution. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. The bounty hunter Elena. It's the year 2307. Technology has gone through an unbelievable progress. Yet the world sucks. But this doesn't matter because your hover bike just crashed into a building. Suddenly you wake up in a panic. Your heart beats like crazy. You feel bewildered. You don't recognize the place where you are at. It seems a medical clinic. Okay. Hey, don't worry, you're safe now. You had a bad accident, but you got out of it unharmed. You're lucky. You only slept a little. I'm Dr. Deshier. By the way, we'll discharge you in a moment. You notice a bracelet on your wrist. It monitors your vital function, you know, just in case we missed something. A couple days, you can take it off. Then you hear some noises come from behind the door. They seem like gunfire. Both you and the doctor become alarmed. Doctor, what's going on? I don't know. Then there's silence. A dangerous-looking person breaks in, shoots at the doctor, says, "You come with me." Shouts at the doctor. He's going to throw something at you when an explosion behind him makes him lose balance. You can hear a fierce battle going on outside of the door. There's a second explosion nearby. You see the floor falling? You fall? Oh. Remember to save frequently. Well, okay. Clinic where I was hospitalized, something or other happened. Okay. Portrait in top left corner of the screen, you'll find your portrait and your companions one after you get some. The bar below the portrait represents your health points, so keep them in check. Keep checking on them. Left click on the ground and move. Okay. I don't see any bar. Okay, well, whatever. Whoops. Save frequently. Oh, reputation. Okay. Don't know what that means. M for map. Okay, points of interest. That's where I am. Or she is. Lena. Journal. Clinic where I was hospitalized has been attacked. It's a fierce battle and it's keep going because of a stroke of luck. Someone wanted to capture me, but why? No reason I can think of. Okay. Q. Don't know what that does. Rotate the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Rotate the camera. Okay. Lovely. I love rotating cameras. That way I can see what's going on. Wow. Where in the hell did I fall to? Well, let's look around the corner. I don't see anything. Love this rotating camera though. I don't see anyone there yet. Okay, highlight objects. Push and keep push held. The Alt key to highlight the objects on the screen, which you can interact with. Those have a yellow border. By clicking on those, you will perform the standard action like picking up an item, opening a chest, climbing a ladder, so on. Okay. Left click an item to pick it up. It'll be placed in your inventory. Okay. On the bottom right, you'll find menu buttons. Click them to push. Okay, that's what I was doing. I for inventory. S for skill tree, where you can see your current skills and assigned skill points. R for reputation, we saw that. M to open the local map. J for your journal, active and completed quest. And Q for general menus to save and so forth. On the left, you'll see all the items of your team. That's in inventory. All the items are shared. You can drag and drop each item or click it to perform the specific action for a particular item. At the center of the screen, you can see the preview for your character. Okay. You can rotate or zoom by using the mouse and items that you equip. On the right, there are your stats. Okay. Drag and drop an item to your equipment slot to equip it. You need to match the correct equipment slot for the specific item. Alternatively, you can right-click the item and select Equipped. Similarly, you can unequip an item or swap two items. Alright. Okay, so we have something here. Alright, this is some money and a staff. Okay. Now, let's go to our inventory. Let's go ahead and equip our staff. Right click, equip. Alright, so we got a big old staff in our hand. And we have 6 credits apparently. Here's our stats. This is us. Bingo. Don't see any bad guys yet. Thought that was like a bridge, but that's in fact a pipe. Oh, turn-based combat. Combat's turn-based. Each character involved acts on their own turn while remaining passive during the other turns. Turn sequence is decided by initiative. Right, at the beginning of combat, each character adds a random number to their initiative. Character with the highest initiative role takes the first turn, character with second, and so forth. After each involved character completes their first turn, second turn begins. Right. Okay. Do any action during combat. A character needs action points, includes attacking, casting a skill, using a skill, moving, etc. When a character uses all the action points, they automatically end their turn. Alright, so you gotta be aware of that. I don't want to walk into combat. Starting dialogues. Click an NPC, and if you're close enough, you will start a dialogue. If you aren't close enough, you get closer, and once you reach him or her, the dialogue will start. Notice that some dialogues will auto-trigger without you having to click an NPC, and some dialogues can turn to combat situations. Beware. When you start a dialogue, the NPC will say or do something, and you'll be able to pick an answer among your options. Okay? As long as the dialogue continues, you and the NPC will keep changing lines. Some of the answers in the dialogue needs to meet a requirement to appear, or they won't be shown. You'll recognize these answers by the square brackets at the beginning of the answer. Inside the square brackets, you'll see the requirement met. Okay, interesting. So it's got some skill-based. I like that. By selecting some answers, you'll perform some actions. You'll recognize the answers by the round brackets, the end of the answer. Inside the round brackets, you'll see the action that will be performed, or give 5 bits, etc. Okay. Oh, there's someone there. Lost man. Let's turn this a little bit. Please help me. He seems sick. Are you okay? I need food. Medicine and a gun. Don't hate me. I have to kill you. You son of a bitch. What do you think was going to happen? What happened? Okay, so it's my turn. Oh, okay, so you son of a bitch. Come on, hit him. Okay. Maybe there's something I'm not understanding. Am I too close? What happened? He had some food. Huh. Well, I mean, don't hate me. He said he needed some money, some food, and he had both of those. Okay, 1 second. I want to see if I can. Turned out video. Oh. Oh, okay. Nice. I didn't see these settings. Turn down the music a little bit. It seems a little bit loud. I didn't hear any voice volume. Okay. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I don't know what that guy's deal was, but, you know, he brought that on. Okay, destructibles. You encounter some objects you can hit. Each type reacts in a certain way to an attack. Some just get destroyed, others fall, others produce effects. Use the Alt key to highlight these objects. Simply use the left mouse button to attack an object. Notice that you can leverage these objects during combat. Actually, we encourage it, but beware, some enemies will try to do the same. Oh, in other words, you can drop them on people. There's so much more to learn, but you'll have plenty of chances to learn in the actual game instead of this tutorial. Remember, you can always access the full tutorial library from your journal. Just press J to open it. So when you encounter something new and want to understand what that is, feel free to use that punch. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, girly. Alright, so zoom camera. Alright, rotate camera. Moving. Left tutorial, right? Left click. Right. Very nice. Axe points. When either your team dies, there's no enemies left. Dying. When your character dies, he'll stay dead for the whole combat. Game's over, okay? Highlight these objects. Okay, so they're merchants. Okay. Covered by money. So you can trade for items. Masterpiece, epic, red background, common. Okay. Okay, very interesting. Alright, so highlight them. Come back here. That didn't really work. Okay. The highlight key didn't really highlight the object. What the hell happened? You cough and sputter, gasping for breath as the acrid flavor of sewer water overwhelms your senses.
Looking for freedom? Serve claws to reach it.
Who? You feebly attempt to move your arms, but their weight proves a challenge after your near-death ordeal. As you wiggle your fingers and reach up, wipe your eyes, you suddenly greet by a shock gasp come from just a few inches away. Eee! Holy hell! Through blurred vision and a throbbing headache, you make out the silhouette of a weathered-looking figure.
Vegas waiting for you in the arena. Fight today.
Who are you? Look, pal, I'm just doing what we all do around here. Man pauses a momentary and squints at you with his eyes jumping back and forth between your face. Bracelet that's still stuck to your wrist. You're not from around here, are ya?
Fight in the arena. Win money and glory.
Where exactly is here? Oh boy, I'm afraid you're in for a nasty surprise, pal. Welcome to the Freedom Street. Be glad I was the one to find you. There's some sick puppies living down here. Found me. Wait, why are you so close to me? Man snorts loudly as the breath catches their lung and his eyes open wide. Revealing a worrying amount of vein. Just checking that you're alive is all. Honest.
Claus is your king. Worship him for
Still
an
alive.
easy
Now
life.
get lost. Whoa there, I meant no harm. His step. Be a bit more friendly. He smiles broadly and seems to intensely accentuate and increase some wrinkle in his haggard face. It's not easy to survive down here when you have a few friends. I'm out of here. Hey, where are you going? It's nice meeting you. Want to talk more? I'll be in my shack on the right side of the arena.
Stop worrying
Looking for
about the
Kazar
future.
Brider.
Mighty Claus
That
today.
dude's creepy as hell. After a series of unfortunate events. What's that? Okay, we gotta turn that down. I'm not sure. Oh, that music. That was very loud. Okay, let's turn that down to there. Better. Okay. Alright. What's that? Let's see. Save. So, escape the hell. The clinic where I was hospitalized, right? Freedom Street. The slums in Ethiopia. After surviving the impact of a fall from the clinic thanks to a pile of sand, I was almost drowned in the sewer. So I'm glad to be alive. Problem is that now I'm trapped in this place and I have to find a way out. If I get back in the city, I'll have to discover who's trying to capture me. Friendly. That guy was creepy as hell.
Fight in the arena. Win money and glory.
Oh. Okay, let's check our inventory. Let's check our health.
Claus is your king. Worship him for an easy life.
Yeah, right.